Welcome to Strang Theory.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, best day of the week.
It's that day.
This is the day.
This is that day.
And we are proud to be here with you every week for the last 4,000 years we've been here. And
Still nobody is watching.
still nobody is watching. And I have to compliment you on your cacti shirt.
It's so balmy outside that I had to wear the cacti tonight.
Balmy.
It's very balmy out tonight.
Chris's shirt is brought to us by Poor Taste, the fine makers of...
It's brought to us by Shame and Regret.
Yes. Also by Boucher Guitars, Levy's Leather Straps, G&G Music in Antigonish, Fantasy Music in Halifax, K&K Sound, Gallagher Guitars, Recording King Guitars, Alvarez Yeri, St. Louis Music, thanks a lot guys, Yamaha Music Canada, James Martin Instruments, Audio Sprockets, D'Addario Canada, Brickhouse Guitars, Joshua House Guitars, Apollo Picks. I just got some new casing.
Brand new ones.
Yes.
Nice.
Tone Right and
Yes.
Close. He wrote that on here. Sorry, guys. Close Guitars and our new partner we're waiting for a guitar from, David Bernroth.
Awesome.
And there you go. It's very good to be here. And
Are you fading that with your thumb?
yes, I am very fancily fading the music.
You are
out just
so
'cause,
technically savvy.
You know, just because it's me. I'm an engineer. I do things all fancy.
And techie like.
Yeah.
Do you know what else?
What?
This week's show
Is brought to you by
Rob and Lisa's Garden Fresh Green Beans.
Perfect for Caesars.
Killing JP.
I'm anaphylactic.
Yeah, perfect for...
It's not a religion.
No, it's perfect for pickling and putting on your Caesar. Just good for snacking. I'm enjoying one right now.
Looks delicious.
It's very delicious. Okay, thanks, Rob and Lisa. These are great.
So here we are. This is the final week for the big giveaway. We're going to get 2 more people tonight, and then next week.
2 more people than we normally get.
Yeah, we went a little longer because we wanted a little bigger pool of possible winners.
More of it in the deeper talent pool.
A deeper talent pool.
And then we'll go next week
2 fantasy music
and be live.
to give away the huge prize package, a THR 30 Mark II Yamaha acoustic amp, a free tone right, a free 30-minute Zoom lesson with me, and the normal accolades given to each winner here on Strang Theory.
Strangulation theory.
Strangulation Theory.
Does it seem quiet in here?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
The lovely Ginger
She abandoned us.
is not in the building.
She abandoned us.
Not in the building. But guess what? We have ways of finding her.
Why don't we do that?
She is currently in an undisclosed location,
Visiting some undisclosed people.
visiting an undisclosed people.
Her clan.
Hello.
Hello?
How are you?
This is us. Is that you?
This is me. Is that you?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Twice or just once?
I'm only listening once again. I'll try twice.
Okay.
I can hear you twice.
It still seems like you're not here.
I'm not
Can you see us almost live?
almost live.
This is
Or 3 seconds from live.
technology is wonderful. It still doesn't seem like you're here though. Hang on a second.
Do we look okay?
Yes.
How's the
Is
picture?
the shot right?
It looks good. You got the light off. It's
Yeah.
Oh, hey, here. Now it feels like you're with us.
There we go. We just want to have a picture of Ginger with us because she's not here.
Yeah. Feels like you're with us now.
This is her just about after 5-6 minutes of dealing with me.
Or flying, or having to fly with me.
So Ginger, love
Yeah.
you.
Miss you already.
So let's see who the first Capo Corner. Yes.
Capo Corner.
Capo Corner.
Capo?
Capo.
Okay.
Thank you very
I got
much.
2.
Capo Corner.
Perfect for wearing his earrings.
That's right. Capo Corner. I don't really have anything.
Oh.
No.
Well, this
I
is
didn't- I
being
don't-
brought to you by absolutely squat all.
This is brought to you by the void abyss of the universe, containing absolutely nothing.
Sponsored by your local black hole.
Yes. Where not even gravity escapes.
Let alone this show.
He's enjoying one right now. And the
Okay.
first question goes to...
Ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
All right. The first question goes to Eric Braun.
Eric Braun.
He's
It's
new.
2 questions, really. How do you manage to overcome any kind of stage fright prior to a performance? And what are your thoughts about Bruce Coburn?
Well, Eric Braun,
Part one.
part 1, I get raging plastered drunk. And part 2, I love Bruce Coburn. He's my hero.
I think Bruce Coburn part's a joke, isn't it?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was
a
a
jab at me.
Yeah, I think that was a jab at you. But in all seriousness, the first part, you do get stage fright sometimes.
All the time, every time.
Yeah, as does a lot of people that I've worked with at your caliber.
You know, I'm going to suffice it to say that it's the truth of the matter is, if you don't get afraid before you go on stage, you should go home.
Yeah, you don't care enough.
You don't care enough to be doing it. And that's the truth. It really is. If you can walk on stage calm as a cucumber and nothing matters and you're not sweating, don't bother going on stage.
No.
You've lost the edge, right?
I think it's interesting because a lot of people I don't think realize what you guys all put into a show, and they don't get to see the backstage before the show and all the angst and anxiety.
People
and,
taking panic shits. And
yeah,
everything else that goes on back there. Like it really is.
and that's the truth of it.
Oh yeah, I know
That's
people
the
that get. I know
dirty
people that
truth
get that vomit before
Yeah.
they go on stage, like because it's that bad.
Yeah.
Their nerves are that. Their fear is that bad. But you also have to realize that phobia is the most common one among humans. It's
So-
being in front of a crowd of people, right?
Sometimes you get raging drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Other times I just have to smack you around a little bit and tell you
Actually-
to settle the frig down.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
No, to be quite honest with you, I do drink alcohol. Not I don't get drunk, but I drink enough alcohol. Like I'll have 3 or 4 beers
Just settle your nerves.
and just settle the nerves down, and just enough alcohol where it's not affecting anything else except just calming me out a bit.
Till you're rock steady and
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. There was a time when I overdrank before shows out of just panic, and I paid for it. I don't know if the audience probably did notice. I don't know. I've never really heard anybody tell me that I suck because I was drunk, but I had a drinking problem when it came to performing when I was younger, when I was in my mid-20s or late 20s, and after I noticed a couple times that I was not playing at my best. I was like, screw this, I'm not doing that anymore, and I never did. I just quit doing that, right? But yeah, I never go on stage. I can do it, but I don't like to go on stage without a couple of beers.
yeah.
Especially the social aspect of it. It isn't about getting the edge off. Usually I'm having a beer with Dave, or I'm having a beer with the buyer, or you
Now,
know what I
see-
mean? That takes your mind off the panic. Right?
That's a good point. I mean, if you're Dave and you're nervous before the show, you just need to remind him that the disappointment is built into the ticket price.
That's right. Yeah. And-
So
yeah.
don't worry about it because people are expecting a letdown. That's what they're paid for, really.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're buying.
Love you, Dave.
Connects.
Ginger.
Next. We have a super chat from Jeff Gallant.
Jeff Gillon.
He's new, right? Happy Wednesday, Jeff. Fiddly-dee potatoes.
Did you and our brother Chris get your YouTube shorts yet? You foolish sons of a gun.
YouTube Shorts.
Oh, he's talking about
Oh,
making
right, yeah.
more shorts.
Yeah, I will be making more of them. That's a really cool new thing they're doing,
Yeah.
and it fits me to a T.
Yeah.
Because I find myself in such ridiculous positions that I can.
Really, Jeff,
can
there's
get-
all kinds of YouTube
Yeah,
shorts
yeah,
around.
oh yeah. I can get a lot of 60-second bullshit going on. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Next.
We have a super chat from Joe McGraw.
Joe McGraw back again. Thank you,
Joe.
Joe.
JP, did you ever meet John Jorgensen? Cool guy and very talented.
I never met John except in passing at a festival one time when he was playing with Earl Scruggs. I was more interested in meeting Earl Scruggs, right? And I already knew Earl. I'd met him several times before. And but Jorgensen is one of the best guitar players, man. Holy crap. his work with that particular band, the Scruggs touring band, with Randy and Gary and basically the Scruggs Review, only with a few new players, right? It was a great band, and yep, it was. Jorgensen's one of my favorites.
Are we keeping the studio audience awake?
Next.
Are you pretending I'm behind you?
Well, you are. You're right there.
Yes,
I can see you.
there's you.
There you are.
Yeah, that's my lovely Ginger.
Yeah. Okay.
This works great.
Yes, she can't hit us.
No,
But she can hang up the phone.
that's true. She could hang us out to dry. That's
Yes,
for
she
sure.
could.
Yeah. So we have a super chat from Robert Ballou.
Robert Ballou. I know Robert.
Have you ever played a Del Vecchio resonator like Chet used to play? I have one, but it has setup issues, not too playable.
No, I've never played one, but that's, of all Chet's guitars, that is one of my favorite ones. You know the one she's talking
I think so,
about?
yeah.
It's basically a dobro, but it's set up, it has
Like
a
a-
6-string neck on it.
Right.
A regular acoustic neck on it. And the tone he used to get out of that thing. There's a particular video on YouTube of him and Klug playing Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, the tone on that thing.
We'll look that video up tonight
Yeah.
after the show.
Yeah, it's incredible. If you want to see something, just look that up. What's Klug's first name? He's a black jazz player, but he played gut string on this cut. And they're doing it was in Nashville. It was on a television show. It may have been the Grammys or the CMAs or something like that. Earl Klug.
Okay.
I think that's his name, Earl. Yeah, I think. But anyhow, this guitar, and also incredibly unique looking, was solid. Everything was rosewood or probably mahogany. I'm not sure which. You can't tell. And it looked just like a dobro, except it had
A regular 6-string neck, so the action was a lot lower.
Yeah.
More like a guitar.
yeah.
I
Just,
wonder.
the resophonic section of it was all very ornate. Like
Right.
it had flying V's on the treble circles, and it was just it was a custom made instrument, right?
It'd be interesting to see the physics of how the action of it was all set.
Well, they call it I think it's called a biscuit bridge on a dobro or something
Right.
like that. And they would just literally put a shorter saddle and just set the neck up with there would be a truss in that
Yeah,
instrument.
there'd have to be. Yeah.
Accessed from the headstock, right? And it's an incredible. That was an incredible guitar, and that particular instrument appeared on dozens and dozens of Chet's records, and it was the only one he owned. As
I
far
wonder
as
where
I know.
that is now.
Well, it probably in some museum somewhere, or maybe I don't know where that would be. But man, whoever has that thing,
It's got something.
oh yeah, that's the pinnacle of Chet collectibles. That guitar.
Got a little lime juice here.
Yes. Tonight's program is brought to you by.
Some lime juice that was fermented in the ground with some agave,
Yes,
just to give it some smack.
it's it's perfect for
Drinking.
smacking and drinking.
Getting through the show.
He's enjoying some right now. It's very good, as you can see.
Okay.
Next.
Sorry, Mom.
We have a super chat from Jeff Gillian.
Jeff again.
He's got to be new.
Yeah.
When's our next songwriter circle, and can Chris be there too?
I've moved. We haven't. Jesus, we've fallen lax of that stuff for a little bit, and I've wanted to move the members' workshops into guitar. I don't mind doing song circles, but for me, it's a bit of a grind
Yeah.
because it's very hard to write a song even on your own or with one other person.
Let alone.
You get 12 guys all writing, and you all you end up doing is writing 12 songs, and you don't ever really get. But I mean, it's healthy for every writer to hear everyone else's ideas, but I think it'd be time better spent talking about guitar and or about any instrument, playing any instrument.
Having a
right?
workshop.
That kind of puts it back in my court, which is one of the things I found so difficult about doing the song circles, because the writing circles, because there's just so many people, so many people and so many ideas, and I just don't know which way to steer it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
We're
very,
gonna do
very,
one this month.
yeah. And we've also been brought to my attention that we've missed Lim 2 weeks in a row.
You didn't do Lim?
No, how could I do Lim? I was on the boat from PEI.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, anyhow, next. It's going to be a guitar workshop, Jess, so shut up.
Thanks, Jeff. Great
Next
question.
week, I guess. We have a super chat from Brady Pearson.
Brady, that's new.
That's got to be new.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Just got a new Gibson 60s original J45 and a Fishman Soundhole humbucker pickup. Any tips for securing the 1/4-inch jack to the body without drilling?
No, there is no way to do it, and you're safer, much safer, to drill the end pin out and install it properly. It'll cause way less damage to the instrument.
And it won't affect the value of the guitar.
No, it doesn't affect the value of the guitar at all because every guitar now has a 1/4-inch end pin.
Yeah.
So even if you sold it or you keep it, at some point in time you're going to want to get rid of that rare earth, right? Because they're good pickups, but they're not as good as a K&K or even an undersaddle.
Yeah.
Right. So either way, you're going to have an end pin jack. So don't cheapen the guitar by taping a friggin' wire to the top and put like this. That's not smart. Just wire it up inside. Every guitar is designed for that now.
Every guitar is built for it in the butt like that.
Yeah, there's a huge block of wood there. Humongous block of wood. You're not going to hurt a thing.
Yeah. If you're handy, go on YouTube, research it a little bit. Be careful. Take your time. If you're uncomfortable,
Get somebody else.
Take it to your nearest guy.
We do them all the time.
Yeah.
It's just a step drill bit, right?
Yeah.
And there's no problem whatsoever.
Some masking tape.
Yep.
And drill a pilot hole, and then off you go. Make it the right size.
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, we did it. We've done them on YouTube. There's videos of us installing K&K. And we had to drill out.
I'm not hallucinating. There's
There's fruit flies all over
everywhere.
the place. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. They think they must like the beer.
I think they like my line.
Next.
We have a super chat from Mark Smith.
Oh, he's got to be new.
No, he's not. Oh.
Absolutely not. No. JP, have you ever heard of or played with Bob Murphy? I believe his nickname was Murph. Seen a few of his guitars this week. One that stood out was a Baldwin acoustic. Have you ever heard of these?
I've heard of Bob Murphy. I don't know. I don't think I've ever played with him. Baldwin acoustics. Jerry Reed played a Baldwin. Jerry Reed played a Baldwin classical, and it's the one that he cut the body out to make a cutaway and filled the hole in with wood paneling from his trailer.
No.
And that's the guitar he made all his records with. Yes, he did. He absolutely did.
That's balls of steel.
Oh, balls of steel. And this was an expensive instrument. They were very high-end instruments in the 50s and 60s, right? So, I'm very familiar with Baldwin. Jerry Reed played one.
This guitar is brought to you by Home Depot.
Home Depot, where you can buy the very best of
Hacksaws.
hacksaw blades.
Coping your way to that new album.
Coping your way to playability. Next.
We have another question from Eric Braun.
Eric Braun.
What are your thoughts on artists who seem to want to sell their political beliefs during a performance that we're paying to hear?
They should shut their fucking mouths. That's what I think.
Well, don't sugarcoat it. Now it's a serious question. I think you need to. I think you need your best answer.
There's no place for politics or religion or any of those things on a
Amen, brother.
On a stage.
Amen.
In the banter with
Get it?
people.
Amen.
Yeah, I get you, but I'm being really serious because this is a heavy topic, and I've dealt with it many times. You do not do that. You don't ever put an audience through any kind of diatribe about your political or religious beliefs, and if you do that, you're an idiot. You're just asking for trouble. And you look around and see people who have done it even recently, like Ricky Skaggs. That guy's losing people now because of his
Politics.
right?
Look at the Dixie Chicks.
The Dixie Chick. You don't say those things. It's not. Yeah. Elvis had it right. They used to try to get him to say these things all the time, and Elvis would be like, "I'm just an entertainer, man. I'd rather keep that to myself. And that's how you should be doing it.
Well, and that's the outlook. I mean, I've seen it.
But I have to go one step further before
Okay.
you answer this. There's an incredibly important part of this equation is you can write whatever you want.
Right.
Right?
You can tell that story.
You don't ever need to speak it verbally to an audience. You can go, here's a song about blah, and it's a Vietnam protest song. I don't ever introduce songs like Hometown Battlefield or Afghanistan or like any of the songs or that I write that are socially conscious, right? Because it's not appropriate.
But people know what they're about.
Of course they do. And the song is what gives the audience to make the decision for themselves what they want to believe from hearing the song. If I stand up there and preach at them about anything, I'm just killing myself.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to say something that's going to piss somebody off, and then the next thing you know, you've got...
Yep.
You just don't do that.
And you
never do it.
The bottom line is, and I've seen it as a front of house guy and a tour manager, people buy the ticket and spend good money to come see their favorite artist or somebody they really want to see, and they want to hear your hit songs.
Right.
They want to hear you do what they listen to from your CDs or on YouTube live. They're not there for a politics lesson or religious lesson.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know how many times that I've been just mortified and embarrassed by artists, watching artists on stage go off on some rant that has nothing to do with their show.
Yeah.
It does and it doesn't because their songs are of that nature, perhaps. But then they take it to this bigger, ugly level where they like I saw Bruce. You talk about Bruce Cockburn. I saw Bruce Cockburn clear the field at Stanfest because
I was there.
he called George Bush vagina on stage, but it wasn't the word he used.
I was there.
He called him that.
Yes.
And then he said, the United States is coming to annex Canada for its fresh water. And on, this huge rant for 5 minutes. The whole fucking field left.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that.
I remember that night.
I don't care. I can listen to him sing if I had a rocket launcher all day long and go, yeah. But I don't want him preaching to me.
On a totally different tact, that's the audience side. From a business perspective, it can kill you with festival buyers and talent buyers because you can really easily get a reputation for doing that, and they know it's not what the audience is going to hear, so it can definitely affect your business, your bottom line, because people just won't book you.
If you want to talk about your personal beliefs or what you think is your market's personal belief, do it with lyrics. Don't do it with your banter. It's not cool. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong about that, but I just don't. Another great example. Sinead O'Connor, bless her heart. And she had a point doing what she did.
Yeah.
But it killed her.
It
It
did.
destroyed her life.
Yeah.
Tearing a picture of the Pope up on Saturday Night Live just ended her life.
How many seconds did that take to throw that away?
2 seconds and her life was over.
Yeah.
No more career, no more nothing.
Yeah.
And it's sad because she's, Is there another one?
Yeah, I was just trying to. Yeah.
Sorry, that's a really deep subject, and I'm glad you asked the question because it is incredibly important, actually, as we move forward out of the pandemic and more people are going to go back on the road. And writers, I've done it myself. I mean, my last album is full of political statements, right? Full of them. But you'll never hear me talking about it on stage. I'll just sing the song.
It's a rocky subject.
So that as we move forward, there's a lot of writers sitting around now who have been reflecting on the world for 18 years. And that's what we do.
18 months?
No, 18 months, sorry. 18 months.
18 years.
It seems like
Sure.
18.
Yeah, it seems like 18 years. Geez, I hate you guys. I mean, sorry, but that's the fact.
Yeah.
But everybody's been sitting around for almost 2 years going, geez, the world's in the shitter, right?
Yes.
And they're writing about it.
Yeah.
So there you go. We have to keep that going.
Yeah.
Next.
We have a super chat from Caleb Hawkins.
Caleb Hawkins back again.
It says, have to say, not having Lynn this week was really a bummer after the cliffhanger you left things at.
Yes, I did. It was a big one.
Leave them more.
I'll get it back. It'll be back up on Monday, I hope. Hopefully.
That'd be good.
Okay, next.
The next question is from Joe.
I'll go
Hey.
with Brother Joe.
How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Chris, can you hum the Ally McBeal song?
Oh, boy, I used to watch that all the time because she was hot back then. Now she's just bumming around with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I don't know it.
That guy.
Yeah. What's her name?
Ally McBeal, Callista Flockhart.
Flockhart.
That was one of my favorite shows, Joe.
Callista Rockhard.
Yeah, that was, where was that set? Boston?
I don't know.
I think so. I can't, Joe.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Question from Blair Turner.
Blair Turner. Back again, Blair.
Why do guitars go sharp sometimes when they go out of tune? I understand going flat, but I have a few guitars that will often be sharp after you haven't played them for a while. Just wondering what makes this happen.
Well, it's a number of things, mostly humidity
Temperature.
and temperature, right? So, if the guitar swells up, it pulls the strings sharp, right, and vice versa. If it sinks, they go flat. And
You can say the same thing for temperature.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guitar is hot, or has been hot for a while. It goes flat. If it gets really cold, it tightens up and the strings go sharp.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
Physics.
Just
Because
physics.
right, Ginger?
Because physics.
All the physics.
Because math.
Science.
Yeah, because science.
Math and science.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Watch out, you got her.
We have a super chat from Jeff.
Hey,
Oh,
Jeff.
boy.
He says, when are you going to send me my effing hat? You know my address.
Well, this is your hat right here.
Yeah, we're just
wants
going
to
to
be
keep it
next
here. They're just going to keep it here. You come back to us, so
Yeah.
screw you.
Yeah. Why don't you come here and get your hat, Jeff?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Try that on for size.
Try that on.
Yeah,
there.
fit that on your big noggin,
Yeah,
Jeff.
write a song about that there,
Yeah.
dingus.
Yeah, write us a jingle or a haiku there,
Yeah.
big man. Love you, Jeff.
This show tonight is brought to you by...
On a related note,
Uh-oh.
Oh. Mom's calling us.
the chat is in agreement that Jeff has more than earned a theme song.
Oh.
Larry has one and Cam has one. Jeff has been voted in by the chat to have his own song.
Who is?
Jeff.
Declan.
Jeff
Oh,
Gallant.
Jeff.
Needs
I've
his
never
own
done
theme
a.
song.
I've never done a Jeff Gallant song.
No, we don't have one, but we should
No,
put some
really not.
thought into it.
Well, I'll work on it.
We should put some next week, Jeff. We'll have a Jeff Gallant theme song.
There you go.
This deserves just not off the top
Trailers for sale, Gallant. Rooms to let, 50 Gallants.
of the head. Jeff Gallant going
now-
cheap.
Oh, we just got dinged for copyright, probably.
Whoops.
All right.
What happens that quickly?
Sorry, Roger Miller. Okay, next.
Oh dear. A question from Eli Patrick Music.
Hey,
Eli Patrick Music, formerly Bluegrass.
Good evening, all. Kris Kristofferson is probably my favorite songwriter, and I've been listening to a lot of his music lately. So I was curious as to what are some of your favorite works of his.
Jesus, you got time for a list?
Yeah, everything he's done.
Yes.
Just about everything he's ever written.
Yeah.
Jesus. Darby's Castle, Duvalier's Dream, When I Loved Her, For the Good Times, Help Me Make It Through the Night, Blame It on the Stones, Silver Tongued Devil and I, The Pilgrim. I mean, I could sit here all night. The guy never wrote a bad song in his life.
And he's badass too.
Yeah, and he's a badass on top
Big
of
time.
that.
I got a question for you.
Right.
What famous Fleetwood Mac song was written for Kris Kristofferson and Jesse Coulter?
Ooh.
I think
I don't know.
I think that should be the skill testing question for the night.
All right.
But now they can all look it up.
Yeah. We can't
Okay,
do that.
don't do that.
But then tell me what it is then, because I want to know now.
Landslide.
Really? That makes sense.
No, wait, it wasn't Landslide. It was. Oh, geez, now I'm having a brain fart. I hate being old. This sucks. God damn it. It was Leather and Lace.
Oh, okay. You sure?
I think so. I don't know. Oh, I just pooped. Maybe. French toast, please. God damn it. Stop laughing at me, Cormier. I'm going to beat you. You too, Mom. Where am I?
Where am I?
Somebody research that. Jeff, look that up for us and tell me if that's the deal. 'Cause I think that's the
Connexty.
deal.
Connext. Jesus.
Moving on. We have a super chat from Bram Avery.
All right.
Do you have any go-to licks or progressions that help you get into a creative mood when you sit down and play songs audience? What speaks to you from a creative standpoint?
No. I don't. I just I've been playing for so long that if I want to write something, I definitely don't go to anything I already know. I play something that's completely foreign, that doesn't even make sense sometimes. It's like, oh, wait a minute now, there's something there.
Do you hear something sometimes that gets that juices going, gets you in the mind of something, inspirationally? Though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you don't noodle around like.
No, I don't have any set anything about music. I pick, if I'm playing with for a record or somebody else, I play what's necessary for that song or piece. And if I'm trying to make something, I get as far out of my comfort zone as I can get. That's how you get something original. And it's so easy to plagiarize yourself, right? And I've done it many times. People don't notice it, but I do.
It's a tell.
Yeah.
It's a tell.
Yeah.
You have them. Dave has them.
Yeah.
A lot of the artists that I know have tells, and once you hear the tell,
You never stop
you
hearing
never
it.
stop hearing it.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
Because you go back through your old records and go, shit, I used that same 2 bars about 50 times. Right?
Well, not even the same 2 bars, but there's plenty of artists that either instrumentally or vocally use the same chord progression, or their singing style and the way they change either keys, they do it predictably.
Yeah. Yes.
Taylor Swift is one of them. I love Taylor Swift stuff. She tends to sing octave to octave in her choruses.
Yeah.
And once you sort of see it and realize it, you can never not hear it, and it's like literally
you
every song.
Yeah, you can't unhear all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why writers like you think about what Kristofferson did.
Mm-hmm.
None of his songs are the same at all.
Yeah.
It's really spooky.
Yeah.
And Lightfoot is much the same way. You listen to him and you can tell only by his phrasing.
Right, and we just listened to that earlier.
Yeah.
Where like this is so Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Because of the
the
arrangement.
phrasing is so Lightfoot. But melody and form, every song is different. It's like what
it's unique.
The hell?
Yeah.
How can you do that with 300 times, right? They did.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Cohen did. Kristofferson did.
Think of the material that Stomp and Tom wrote over his career.
Yeah, but he used such simple melodies and chords, too,
Yeah.
and still managed to not really plagiarize himself that much, right?
Like, he's got such unique songs.
He did plagiarize the Carter family many times. And Hank Snow, and Johnny Cash.
Well, hey, there's only 8 notes, really.
There's
right?
only 8 notes, and 2 chords, so.
Here's the Stomp and Tom.
Here's a Stompin' Tom.
Stomper. Fiddly dee potatoes.
Yeah, Spud Island potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
We have a super chat from Bernice Julie, just because.
There you go.
He says, just because. It's very generous. Thank you, Bernice.
Thanks, Bernice.
I do not look like that.
You do when you're looking at us.
Okay. You're always kind of like a wet cat when you're dealing with the 2 of us together.
I don't think that's a fault of mine. I think that might be more of a reflection of you idiots.
That's correct.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Next.
So we have a question from John Dusty Rhodes. Hi JP, is G&G Music shipping to the UK? Now we're out of the out of the EU. Do they still ship to the UK?
I think G&G will ship anywhere in the friggin' world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anywhere he won't ship to. So yeah, if it depends, of course, what you're buying. Like I mean, if I doubt that he would spend a ton of money to ship a $200 guitar to you, but he would, if you're going to buy a $5,000 Boucher, that'll get there.
Just get on his website and send him a quick email.
Yeah, just call him up. Call him up. He's at 902-863-1657.
Mm-hmm.
That's G&G Music. My best buddy, Glenn Gotel. And yes, he will ship anywhere in the world. Both of these guys do. Steve, our buddy at Fantasy Music in Halifax, same way. Doesn't matter where you are, they'll get it to you. Cat next.
There aren't any more.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no more questions.
Hello?
Not yet.
Is anybody out there?
They play a little, like, waiting music?
Okay. Some waiting music.
Let's see here. Oh, hang on now. Let's see.
What do you need?
There's
Oh,
a
you
blue,
got one.
blue thumb pick over there somewhere.
Okay, I have
There?
a question if you want it.
Now you got me all worked up.
Yeah. Keep your powder dry. Yeah, buddy. I never noticed it on that guitar, but that action is super low.
Oh yeah, that's Reed action.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right floppy.
Yeah.
You know who did that for me was Sachin in Regina.
Okay.
The guitar builder. He set that up for me. I told him set this like Reed's Baldwin. That's exactly what he did.
Now you used that today on the CD that you're working on,
I did, yeah.
and it sounded killer. That
Yeah,
solo.
that guitar. That's like a $1,200 Cordoba.
Yeah.
It's one of the best acoustic guitars I've ever owned, except for my Ramirez, which
Right.
I just don't play much anymore because it's so valuable. I just like to put it in the case and let it sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's signed by Lightfoot, so I do not take it out much. So, yeah. Anywho, Ken next.
So we have a super chat from Sonia H.
Sonia H. That's new.
No,
Damn.
no, not new. No.
Okay. I think Ginger's
AJP.
messing with me.
I think so.
I'm not. AJP just got an old Yamaha FG420 12 string. What are your thoughts about 12 strings, and how about using it as a 6 string?
Don't do that.
No.
12 strings are made to be 12 strings, and there's a reason why. They're braced and designed to hold 12 strings.
Yep.
And if you just put the guitar strings on it, and don't put the doubles and minis, right? Your string placement's all wrong, right? So your strings are up 4 millimeters above where they should be on the neck.
Yeah.
it's just not a good idea. If you're gonna have a 12 string, utilize it as a 12 string. It's just worth it to actually do that, right?
And the bracing and the construction of the guitar, it won't sound like a 6-string.
No, it won't. It'll be all buckety and weird sounding,
and your nut
action will be really low.
Your nut isn't even going to be cut right for the strings.
That's
or
what
anything.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like if you just take those strings off, all your strings are shifted.
Are weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're not in the
You're
center
not
of the
centered
neck.
on
No.
the neck.
So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Bad idea.
If you want a 6-string, buy one. Go get a Yamaha. You can spend $300 on a Yamaha and have one of the best six strings
Or a
you've
Recording
ever got.
King.
Or a Recording King, or Alvarez.
Yeah.
Man, the BG60 is like only $600. It's like one of the best bluegrass guitars on the planet right now. Everybody loves them, right? So
We'll give that a good solid.
yeah. Just and most of all, I want you to string that 12 with 12.
Yeah.
So you can see how awesome it is. That particular model of Yamaha was really, really nice. That's a beautiful guitar.
It sounds thick like a McGregor.
Thick, like. Tonight's show is brought to you by the thickness of McGregor's. Aye, laddie.
Thick as a McGregor.
As thick as a McGregor.
Fiddly-day potatoes.
Fiddly-day potatoes. And it's brought to you by the various alcohols on the table.
We're enjoying them right now.
We're enjoying them right now.
Giggity.
So yeah, put 12 on that thing and take it to town.
Yeah.
And go make sure it's set up well because it should play like a dream. So there's no problem to get that to happen if you get it take it somewhere and tell them you want it set up like Leo Cocky. Nice low floppy lead belly. Oh, it sounds so good. It just sounds so good.
They are thick.
Yeah, they're huge. Cat next.
So we have a super chat from Larry Reindress.
Larry back in the house tonight.
I'll hold this while you play his tune.
You can play his tune.
Larry Reindress called us up. Larry Reindress in the rain. In the twilight glow, I forgot the words I was gonna say. I'm ripping Willie
Left us
Nelson off.
low.
You suck as a writer.
You were giving me nothing. You were giving me nothing to work with.
Ken next.
So he says, Bernice made me do it. I love you guys.
All right.
Cheers,
Cool.
Larry.
Cheers, buddy.
Good to see you.
We have a super chat from Jeff Glenn.
Jeff Gallon.
He says, hey, JP, I like your shirt. Where'd you get it?
Yeah,
hey,
that's
Chris,
a great
burn
shirt.
your shirt and get one like Big John.
I got it.
Did you hear that?
No.
Chris, burn your shirt and get one like Big John's.
I got this at a tourist trap in Charlottetown this weekend.
I love that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I originally saw this from Ginger's father. Is the first place I ever saw this saying. And I found it on a T-shirt. I said, "That's it. I'm getting that."
that is very him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken next. I'm gonna try this in
super
this
chat.
jar.
Yeah, do it. What's that?
There was a super chat from Caleb Hawkins.
Caleb
Hey.
Hawkins. What is that?
I have an Epiphone Masterbuilt Deluxe Archtop, and I hate the pickup. Thoughts on the K&K Archtop pickup? Do you upgrade the bridges on yours?
You can use the K&K pickup on the Archtops, but be aware that they are incredibly sensitive. We put one on a Epiphone Master-built Archtop, right? Remember?
Yep.
But they're so sensitive that when you move the guitar against your body, you can hear every fiber of your clothing.
Mm-hmm.
They're that sensitive. They pick up everything, right? Which is a good thing if you're playing in a larger ensemble, you know, kind of like. But I don't really know, because the only Archtop guitars I've ever really owned were the Epiphones. So
Jack keeps going out for a pee. Sorry
Yes,
about the squeaky door.
yeah, he's He's pretty proficient at opening that door handle.
He's pretty good at that.
But yeah,
The other thing about the Archtop, just be aware that it does come with an external preamp
Yes.
to the guitar. So you're going to have another box. And
That's right.
that may be a consideration for some people depending on what they're doing with it. It's a fantastic sounding pickup.
oh yeah, it sounds unbelievable.
You and I ended up doing an extremely custom install.
Yes, but as I said, it's so sensitive.
It is, yeah.
that you can literally just when you hold the guitar against your body, you can hear your clothing. Mm-hmm. And it's
I think
just
I heard
like,
your stomach gurgling.
Yeah, you probably heard my liver moving around.
I heard
You're trying to get the
heard
fuck
your-
out for about
I
40
heard
years.
your liver crying for
Yeah,
relief.
Yes, for mercy. Okay, next.
Oh dear. Question from Bram Avery.
There you
Brett.
go.
Do you spend much time experimenting with tunings you don't typically use?
No, I do not. I've learned all the tunings I can fit in my head.
You're pretty straight ahead generally.
Most likely.
Yeah.
So says you.
No, you are. You're pretty straight ahead on stage. You don't spend a lot of time dinking around.
No, on stage I don't piss around.
Yeah.
I don't have time for tunings. Although I do go into that weird steeplechase lane tuning every night.
Yeah.
And I play a couple songs in open G. And
Yeah.
That's it. And then the rest of the time I'm in standard.
Now, I've worked with some artists
A lot
that
of drop D.
every single song is a tuning change or a capo change.
Oh yeah, they got to have two
or
guitars.
something. Yeah, well,
Dave
I've lived
does.
it. Yeah.
Gunning has to have two
Yeah.
guitars.
Jimmy Rankin, when he plays, every song in concert is a different guitar because it's a different capo position or different tuning.
Yeah.
But you're very boring that way, thank God. God
Yes,
bless
I
your
am.
dirty little cotton socks.
Yes. I'm very boring. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Except when you're not.
Okay, next.
Next. Connect.
Question from Cajun Queen.
Cajun Queen, back
Hey.
again.
What we got? Country swing, like Asleep at the Wheel, doesn't seem too related to bluegrass, except both very up tempo. Have you played much country swing at all?
All kinds of it. It's been part of my life my entire career. And the reason that is because like Western swing goes all the way back to Bob Wills, which was a massive influence on country music,
Right.
and on jazz, like as jazz and Western swing sort of started coming together at the same time, right? Out of the vaudeville circuit in the 30s, 20s, and 30s, that music started to become sophisticated, right? They split apart, of course, at one point, but it was, you can't get away from it. You just can't get away from it.
And the arrangements show that sophistication
Yeah.
a lot of times, especially with vocal arrangements in Western swing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really tight 3-part harmonies that
Yeah.
do cool chords. And then there's a bevy of songs and tunes that we play in bluegrass, like Sweet George Brown and Panhandle Rag, and just so many songs that came out of that genre that crossed over into Americana and bluegrass, right? You just can't get away from it. So yeah, I've been playing Western swing pretty well my whole life. My brother David used to play all kinds of songs. Like he used to play Jolson songs and like real vaudeville stuff that was coming, and he played Bob Wills songs, right? And so yeah, it was they're intertwined and forever in my mind. They are.
We'll have to after the show play a little Western swing
We may have to.
as we finish our cocktails and enjoy the sponsored cocktails of the evening. Are you going to enjoy one right now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I seem to have
Ooh,
dropped
you just
ginger.
dropped ginger.
That'll never happen.
That's gonna leave a wrinkle.
Hello.
You're right here. You're right there.
Hello.
Okay.
Meow. Tonight's show is brought to you by varying degrees of liver failure.
I'm enjoying that right now.
I'm enjoying some right now. Yes, I feel it failing.
Right then.
How's your liver, Ginger?
Shall we continue with the question?
How's your liver?
Oh, my liver's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's intact. It's working hard. We have a super chat from Kevin O'Hanley.
Kevin O'Hanley.
Hey, Kevin.
Fiddly potatoes.
Fiddly-dee, buddy.
Hello, guys. What happened to the Daredevil?
Oh, He never showed up.
No.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
He told us he was going to be here, and he's left us at the altar.
Well, the Daredevil is blind. Maybe he couldn't find his way to drive over here.
Well, he can say goodbye to that end pin that I found and
he can
lost
he
again.
can just find a K&K pickup somewhere else.
That's right.
Bastard.
Yeah. Take
Okay,
that.
next.
A super chat from Jeff.
Jeff who?
Gallon.
Galon.
Have you had a chance to listen to the record I sent your way when you were here on PEI? Don Messer was the man.
Oh yeah. I've actually heard that record numerous times and didn't own it, so it was nice to get a copy of it. I know all about that record.
I love Don Messer.
I do too. And I want to say something that we haven't said tonight that we should. And I'm not saying this because she's our Ginger, but it's unbelievable the amount of work that the woman on the other end of that phone does.
This one here.
Yes.
Yeah.
To not only keep this show going, but the whole channel and me going.
Yeah.
And I would not be able to do any of this without her.
There was some fudgy in the drawers earlier, getting ready for the show.
There was several O. Henrys and the Levi's.
Yeah. There was a bit of a Splatosaurus Rex in your BVDs there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of Dairy Queen soft serve
Okay, moving on.
in the old
And
pantaloons.
although she left us a bevy of instructions, we are men
still-
after all.
We've still fucked it all up. Next.
Instructions. Typical
But
men.
here's the Ginger.
Here's the Ginger.
We would not be doing this without her. We can't even get one night in without her.
That's right.
Without her assistance.
Badass chick Ginger. Agreed? Agreed.
That's why I married her. She's badass.
That's why I introduced you to her.
Badass. Okay,
Uh,
next.
do you
Now,
wanna-
are you thoroughly embarrassed now, Ginger?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not there.
Good. Okay.
You'd
Okay,
be
next.
turning really beat red by now.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
So there's a question from Caleb Hawkins.
Caleb Hawkins.
He's looking for a good case for an OM-sized Eastman.
Amazon.
Any particular brand?
Gator.
Yeah.
Gator or Superior. Superior is made in Canada, but Gator's badass. Gator has what I call soft hard shell, and they also have molded.
Yep.
They have every kind of case you can imagine. They're very, very cheap for what they are. You can buy a tremendous Gator case for about $200, $250.
Or if you want to, like, snap it up and go on the road and never have it break, you could go all the way with the Colton.
Yeah, but they're so high.
They are very expensive.
Yeah. That being said, I think I hate to say that. I'm sorry. I apologize because Colton's a Canadian company, but I believe they're overpriced.
They are very expensive.
Because I've toured incessantly with Gators and Hiscox. Hiscox is like the #1 case in Europe, and there's a reason. And they're only about $400, if that. You can probably get one for less. But I have seen those things fall out of the belly of airplanes onto the tarmac, and the guitar is still in. But I have seen guitars dropped in a Colton shattered because Colton have no give. There's nowhere for the guitar to go inside the case. So if you drop it, boom, right?
I agree with you 70%, but I
Yes.
think sometimes no matter what you have the guitar in, the
She's
airline is
doomed.
going to destroy
She's
it.
doomed,
And
yeah.
you and I have been part and parcel and party to that many, many times.
Yep.
We've seen our share of instruments destroyed.
Next, Ginger. Next, I said.
Next.
Damn it.
Damn
it, woman, next.
Tim Bennett.
Tim Bennett. Hi,
Tim.
Tim.
Oh, Tim. He's in Delhi now?
New Delhi, yeah.
New Delhi?
I believe.
Love you, Timmy.
Yeah. And he just says just because. So he just wanted to donate to our cause.
Thinking
Thank
of
you,
you
Tim.
in Delhi.
Here's a Tim Bennett. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning for the last year and a half to watch us in this stupid show. While we make complete arseholes out of ourselves.
Tim Bennett. Now
Many
there
other
was a
people.
guy.
Yeah, there was a guy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Next.
All the guys that ever were a guy.
Yeah.
There's one. Of all the guys we've ever known,
He's certainly one of them.
he's the best guy in his price range.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's better guys, but they couldn't make it tonight.
How do you know that Tim Bennett is on the level?
There's drool coming out of both sides of his mouth.
Equal amounts of
There you
drool.
go.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh dear.
Connect.
Left side.
Connect.
We have a question from Lloyd Taylor.
Lloyd Taylor.
Do you notice a difference when removing an undersaddle pickup in favor of an underbridge pickup, i.e. tone and volume changes?
Totally. Moving a Pizio under saddle to putting an under bridge in. Different animal.
Oh, so it's completely different.
Different animal.
Yeah. Under saddle technology is just completely primitive now.
Yeah.
Not only do you have, I mean, I don't mean to mention other companies because I really, really am a K&K fan, but there are other companies that also do contact bridge pickups, right? They're all brilliant. K&K is the most fail-safe of anything I've ever used in my life and delivers the sound of the instrument better than anything I've ever heard.
K&K is in a bit of a different realm, though, because there have been similar technology pickups to K&K, but
don't
they do
sound like
not
that.
sound like
No.
a K&K. Yeah.
So there's just, like, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
None. Under saddle piezos, to me, just sound horrendous now, right? If I play one, it's like, oh, it's just not good.
An under saddle tends to be more immediate sounding,
Yeah,
and,
but
and
it
will
all-
deliver the crispness, but it won't give you that warmth and body of the instrument.
Yeah, but the problem with it is that they have no headroom.
Mm-hmm.
If you play hard like I do, you will instantly cack
Yeah, you'll compress the pickup.
any piezo.
Yeah.
And when that happens, it just the end of the note turns into a noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's not music, right? The only company that I've ever seen that even remotely comes close to delivering is Bags, right?
Yep.
But it's the dual system
Mm-hmm.
where you can blend the ribbon and
The piezo. Yeah.
the ribbon and a mic, right? The
Oh,
Anthem
okay.
system.
Yeah.
If it's the only one that I've ever seen that gets by at 90%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when I plug one of my guitars in with a K&K, it's wide open. Like there's nothing I can do to the guitar
Well, and I've
that's
seen
going to cause a note to fail.
Right.
Right.
I've seen plenty of under saddle pickups that even changing the strings, you've upset the balance
Oh,
of
yeah.
the pickup.
Yeah,
So
that's the other problem. Is
They
this-
can be very fidgety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The volume of individual strings
Yeah.
are dependent upon the perfection of the bottom of the saddle slot
Yeah.
and the bottom of the saddle.
Well, you've
And-
seen me scrape the bottom of the
But
slot.
also the material
Yeah.
of the piezo itself. If
Yeah.
there's a flaw, microscopic, where the string is going over the saddle, pressing on it,
Yeah.
you've got a volume problem.
Well, you're
right?
talking about thousandths of an inch, right?
Yeah.
And we've used that. You can actually use that to tune the volume of the strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tolerances on piezo are just way too
Yeah.
picky.
Yeah. The K&K in that regard, as a comparison to that, is rock solid because
solid.
it gives you the immediacy that you need as well as the warmth of
And you
the
hear
instrument.
every single string
Yeah.
the same way.
And it's
right?
not near as affected by changes in tension or humidity and all
Exactly.
that kind of stuff.
That's the other thing
Yeah.
too. Yeah. There's nothing pressing on it.
Right.
It's attached to the body of the guitar.
Yeah.
In a place that's independent of any external force.
Now, I would say
Right.
with the K&K, you do have to be careful on the installation.
Oh, yeah.
That the bottom of the bridge plate is clean and smooth and flat.
Sanded and flat.
And you get a really good contact.
Yep.
And then those pickups are locked into that wood.
And then you follow their directions where they put the
The
bass
placement.
one
Yeah.
a little bit outside. You follow their directions. If you do it the way they say, you will have no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Every guitar you put one of those things in will just kill.
It'll sing.
Yes, sir. Okay, well. Have
We have
we-
one more super chat.
oh,
Hang on
okay.
here.
Let's have the super chat.
Awesome. We got a super chat from Mike Levine.
Mike Levine.
He's new.
AJP, have you run into Phil Lloyd in your travels? Phil
Phil-
died in '85, I believe.
Phil Lloyd?
Phil Lloyd.
Never heard of him. I'm sorry. Maybe I should look that up.
Phil Lloyd.
I've never
He
heard.
died in '85, so.
I'll find. I'll try. I'll do some research and see who he was. No, I don't know. I don't.
Is he
know who
related to Phil McCracken? Sorry.
So the question tonight. This is for the last 2 spots in the major giveaway, which is happening next Wednesday night live at Fantasy Music in Halifax. The question tonight is,
What is it? I know it. I know this.
yeah, I'm at a I'm at a
You're having a
blank.
bit of
I'm
a
at
brain
blank.
fartus.
Yes, I'm having a senior momentus. Usually it's easy. Just pick one out of the show.
What about the name of the band of the album that Jeff Gallant gave you in PEI?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
What about that? Try that on for size big wheels?
Yeah. So Jeff Gallant gave me a vintage vinyl record when he saw me in Prince Edward Island. Who was the artist? There you go. Dee dee doo dee doo dee doo.
Do 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 do
Oh.
do. Oh, do do do.
There you go.
Two Vanilla says it's the Paranoid Booby Muffin.
No,
What?
it's not the Paranoid Booby Muffin.
So the first one with Don Messer was Catfish Creek Chuck.
He's already won in this round.
Yeah, he's already here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. How about John Sobzak?
No, we don't have John.
Okay. So he's first.
How do you spell his last name?
Sobczak.
That's what I thought. So, John, you're going to have the fantasy prize pack tonight. So send me an email at jpcormier38@gmail.com. jpcormier38@gmail.com. You're going to get the leather pick holder, an assortment of picks, a winder, and a set of D'Addario excess coated strings.
Mm-hmm.
And who's number 2?
Number 2 is Karen Rattray.
Okay, she's safe. Karen Rattray, you have won the G&G prize pack, so send me an email right now to jpcormier38@gmail.com, jpcormier38@gmail.com, and you will receive the G&G pack, which is a beautiful string theory embossed Levy's leather strap, selection of picks, probably, and a winder and a set of strings, whatever. And as always, both of these partner stores that worked with us for all this time, they like to give deals. And they like to give deals to people who watch string theory. So be aware of that.
And for people that walk into the store.
That's right. When you walk into the store,
Tax-free?
mention Yes, Fantasy's got tax-free on most things.
Yeah.
Glenn at G&G has always given discounts and coupons and everything you can imagine. So just walk in there and say, I watch string theory, and they're going to sort you out. And there you go. So there's we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 people. Next Wednesday night, we're going to announce the winner live from Fantasy Music in Halifax.
With Ginger.
With Ginger.
Yeah. Right, Ginger? Right?
You know how much I do. I feel like I got some appreciation out of this night.
You can't say that you're not appreciated.
No, you're well loved.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. We are glad to be back with you every week. And what else can you do, right?
You can't do much else.
And a good night to Ginger. Thank you, Ginger.
Thank you, Ginger.
She's gone. She gone?
No, I'm still here. Sorry, I'm here.
Okay. We love you.
Love you.
All right.
Even though you make me look like an old cranky cat.
You can blame Weisner for that. You're the B-side to Dick Stabber now.
Yeah. Dick Stabber, Ginger.
Best B-side ever.
You know, guess what?
What? Somebody's gonna
go shut the camera off.
How do we do that? We're just gonna be stuck in this. We're gonna be stuck in this forever.
Love you guys. See you soon.
See you next Wednesday, guys. do that.